And welcome everybody to this week's Bullet Brawl. International Master Danny Rensch here, and just finished watching my boy Tom Rendell, International Master, take care of business in his show, The Hack Attack. If you're missing Chess Mondays, I feel like I can write you a prescription. The more cowbell is what you need in your life. But right now we're gonna jump right into the Bullet Brawl show, keeping it along similar lines to last week. We're going to play some Bullet against the coming challengers. We got tweeters here. We got Twitchers there. We got Chess TV chatters. Tweet at me your username. Get at us. Let us know that you're a part of the show, and we will try to play a game and then actually review the game, providing a little more education than we have on previous Bullet Brawls. Although, usually as the show goes on, we'll do a little less education, a little more trying to get all the challengers in as people have been waiting for a while. We'll take on some title players too, have some fun, and there really isn't much else to talk about. Let's jump right in to a. Oh man, you've got to be kidding me! There we go. It fixed it. Oh, nice. All right, here we go. Little screen capture issue there. Pure Defiance is his image looks a little bit like the Aegon logo, right? Wonder if he works for Aegon. Like secretly. I wonder if he's a secret agent, actually. You know what I mean? I wonder if he knows John Galt, right? Probably into that kind of thing. Oh, this is gonna get nasty. Pure Defiance. I love you, buddy. You're better than that, but you might be the first bell ringer of the day. All right, H3. Never forget weaknesses on the dark squares in the dragon. You really can't get away with Bishop E3 and Bishop D3. Like that in the Yugoslav attack. Sorry, in the dragon. Uh, if you were playing the F4 line with the purpose of he just said no bell ring in the chat. He's denying me my first bell ring in the day. Come on, we're all in this together in the humiliation of our members. Pure Defiance. No, I'm kidding. The dragon is. If you want to play this line where you try to take advantage of Black's early development with F4, you have to play it here. This is a tricky line in case those who don't know it. If you play Bishop G7 now, Black is actually in big trouble after E5. The main reason being that you can no longer put the knight on G4 as I was able to when I'm gaining a tempo, because White has Bishop to B5 check. And if I block with any piece on D7, he just gobbles up the pony, because the bishop is actually pinned. So this is a common trick in the dragon, and is F4 the greatest line if Black is not playing Bullet and just pre-moving Bishop G7? Maybe not really. If Black plays Knight to C6, F4 can be a little bit of an early suspect move. I'm not going to get into all the theory right now, but it's it's a line, and it's a dangerous line if Black isn't ready for it. So if Pure Defiance had that in mind when he played the F4 line, then he has to do it right away. Playing F4 after Bishop on E3 is already suspect. I can even consider going here right away. Normally, I would not want to do this because of Bishop B5 check, and I didn't, but I just want to point out that if Black plays King F8 here, you could argue that the initiative I'm gaining on the dark squares is maybe just as dangerous as anything you might achieve with my King on F8. So that's just a quick FYI/pro tip. But in our game, I castled and you played Bishop D3, and then I just played Knight to C6. Honestly, I was kind of hardly paying attention to the fact that I had Knight to G4, the first Bullet game. But as soon as you played Knight here, I started realizing that there were some issues, and I played E5 quickly. Normally a no-no in the dragon to block your own dark square bishop and weaken the D6 pawn. We've talked about that. But in this case, I have immediate tactical ideas in mind, and what happened? Something like this, right? I don't even remember, but things got ugly for you, and you started getting upset, you got weird about it, kind of like a breakup where I'm like, it's not me, it's you, but we both, it's not you, it's me, but we both actually know it's you. It's a you problem because you're the one who played H3. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and take on the next comer right now, Mr. Fazain Khan. Welcome to the party, Fazain. I don't know. I'm going to stop saying it in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. We have we have an interesting sort of a hyper-modern he's trying to play now with the bishop on G7 and E6. Definitely suspect to create these kind of dark square weaknesses. Should I en passant and go after the dark squares? I think so. Normally, I might enjoy the space advantage in the structure there because the bishop isn't ideally placed for what he's going to want either. But in this case, I think I think this makes the most sense. You know what doesn't make sense? The amount of time I'm taking. Honestly, that's what doesn't make the most sense. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit. Speed up just a tad. We'll kick that pony out. Probably I'm going to bring a knight into e5 at some point here, but maybe I'll put a knight on d6 first. Maybe I'll do that first. I don't know. I don't even know if that was the best. He should play b6 now, I think. And I'm gonna consider giving up the light square bishop just so I can make sure my knight has a brighter future. His future is so bright. He's got to wear shades. Now I'd love to play c6. I'm going to do it, even though I don't know, I was a little worried about the flimsiness of my pony, but okay, now I'm thinking I made the right decision. Obviously, if I can protect the knight, why even do that, right? The knight is actually the best piece on the board. Don't give it up for the rook. Let the force be with you. May the force be with you. Don't give up that knight. Don't give up on us, baby. Don't make the wrong seem right. It's written in the moonlight. That e4 pawn falls and his queenside development really stinks. And that's the main reason he lost. All right, so you know, this is a hyper modern development of the bishop on the king side. Normally, though, you're playing this with d6, right? That's the Pierce, or even c5 here. Both moves a little more principled in the fact that you put a bishop on the dark square diagonal and over controlling those dark squares, preparing to make the natural breaks in the position of c5 or e5. This is the traditional way to play the position. Even if you're going to play e6 later, like Hikaru does, and try to play like some sort of hippo hyper modern, I still recommend d6 early, honestly. But okay, like, this is fun. Maybe I shouldn't play f4 and take away the chances of developing my bishop here. Even though it seems like kind of a bullet move suggestion, h4 isn't a bad move here, actually, because it protects g5. Maybe you're going to play h5 and really go after the king side. It's actually an interesting point. So f4 is played, and we get this closed position where I voluntarily played e5. Maybe it's not necessary yet. d5 is a way to also grab the square that he really needs to make that natural break. But like I said in the game, like after he got d5, the other thing I can do is kind of just say, hey, you're an all-star, get your game on. No, that's awkward smash mouth moment. Sorry, flashback. No, I can just say, hey, like, you're not getting anything, and develop something like this where I don't know that this is the best position for black. Normally a French structure, the bishop is on a different diagonal. White's had plenty of time to improve the space. You could argue that he might get c5 first, though, and then maybe the only way to take advantage of it is to put the knight on d6, and I don't know. So, what I did maintains an edge for white, and the main thing about his position is he created natural Swiss cheese. Every time you move every other pawn, right, you're creating these holes. If it was Bughouse, you'd be resigning. I'd place a knight on d6. What's Bughouse, you say? Well, get ready. That's coming soon. Oh, Dr. Evil, you didn't. Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, so don't create weaknesses like that. And you'll probably be better for it, because when you push every other pawn, you're creating these holes that maybe there was a better way for me to take advantage of it, but ultimately you've got a huge lack of space. So the lessons for you are very early in the game too. All right, we move on. There are so many comers, not enough time, so many people. I have to commit the crime of playing. Let's go with Trip Fontaine, because Trip was here last week, and I don't think he got a game. Or he did, and I'm forgetting that. But I don't think Tripp got a game, so I'm going to make that up to him. He went out of his way to be here, really, really putting his work aside. Everyone's having a productive Monday today, right? We're all sitting here playing chess or watching chess. Don't look now, right? Maybe your boss is watching. Just, have like some sort of spreadsheet up that you can pull up real quick for when he walks by. I don't know, a TPS report or something. Something like that. This is not the best way to play the Decline Smith Mora by Tripp. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Just a bit outside. Sammy Sosa coming to the plate, batting 722. Just a bit outside. That was my Harry Carey impression, in case you're wondering. Phone call from someone who clearly does not appreciate the fact that I'm in a Bullet Brawl. Hashtag the wife, right? Not only does she not appreciate, she doesn't care what I'm doing. She always gets irritated when I don't call. She's like, I don't care about the chess games you're playing, all right? No, she's actually very supportive, or the marriage wouldn't work. How else could you put up with me, right? Don't give up on us, baby. Don't make the wrong seem right. Lots of pawns, lots of pawns. I like it. I think the knight is trapped now, so I'll go get that. The knight has run out of squares, awkwardly trapped on g4. We still haven't rang a bell yet today, have we? We have, there has been no bells rung. Okay, she's calling again. I'm probably going to have to answer this. You guys just keep going, I'll multitask. Hi, honey. What's going on? Hey. No, I really don't want you to, honestly. I want you guys to go outside, play some catch, do some golf, do something else. No video games today. All right. Love you. Sorry, buddy. All right. Bye. False alarm. Not the wifey. The 10-year-old asking for video game time. You see that? That's Papa Bear running things with an iron fist. No video game. I just went to Kembe Mutombo on that 10-year-old. Boom, right? No, sir. We got a pro tip. Bob Uecker. Apparently, my impression was Bob Uecker from Major League. Well, actually, the just a bit outside was Bob Uecker, but the Sammy Sosa batting 722 was actually Harry Carey. So, pro tip on you, Matt. Take that. Don't correct my pop culture impressions mid-show. Shame on you. Now, we still have not had a bell ring, but everyone just hold your horses. This is a decline Smith-Morra, which is just a way of saying I don't want to take on c3 and give my opponent a big lead in development. If you don't have a line specifically prepared against the Smith-Morra, I highly recommend it. I have a few lines specifically prepared, but also in Blitz, it takes away what the lines your opponent wants. Because from a practical perspective, advice to you, if your opponent is playing a gambit and you don't know the line, you shouldn't risk parrying, like finding all the variations over the board, because honestly, like that's exactly what they want, right? And they're getting the aggressive attacking line that they're trying to get. That's the kind of game they want. So sometimes you decline the gambit just on the principle of the fact that, hey, play something you're not happy about, buddy. But okay, so d3, we get this line. This is all fine up to here, kind of. I would say that one of the key things that white does in this structure where black declines the gambit is actually just to play c4. Okay, and you transpose back into a Maroczy bind structure instead of castles. You play c4, or actually he could have done it after what he did with castles and here, just not before you develop the bishop, because here you can play c4 and I can't take that pawn obviously because your bishop guards it. Your goal is after d6 to play h3, preventing me from pinning the knight and therefore getting more control over the dark squares. And then you're going to play knight to c3, bishop out, queen e2. You're playing a traditional Maroczy bind, sort of, with some awkward piece placements. Disadvantage to you, you do have some awkward development moves. Advantage to you, it's not easy for black to trade minor pieces in this Maroczy bind. And usually when you have less space, one of the goals is to trade off a couple sets of minor pieces to open up squares so that your pieces aren't constantly wrestling for access to the critical and most useful squares. So for Tripp, I would say that one, if I'm playing the decline gambit, he should like either right here or within, right here, he could have done it. Now it's already a little too late. He can't play c4 anymore. And so, yes, should he still have played h3? Yes, because stopping this pin on this knight is a good idea for white, probably even if you're not in a Maroczy bind structure, which opens up access to these dark squares. But it's not as critical anymore because he ends up going for something kind of weird. He puts the knight on a3 and knight to c4, and I think that probably I could have already considered playing d5 right away here, which would have been a way to just open up the center and another way for black to probably equalize pretty quickly. Usually in a Sicilian, if black can break with d5 and the tactics work, that he's not risking something horribly, it's usually a good idea, especially in the dragon Sicilian. But the two critical mistakes for you, Trip, were one, not going into the Moroxy bind structure. That's probably just you need to learn your openings better, buddy. The second thing is, remember that the development of the bishop here is not an accident. It's something that black is looking to do in a lot of positions, and most of the time, it's worthy of a prevention move. Okay? Oh, you guys like that shirt? You're thinking, I want some Chess.com gear, but guess what? These aren't available to the public. These are only staff available t-shirts. It says established 2005. You're like, I want to work for Chess.com. I know everybody wants to work for Chess.com. So, here we go. Again. Morpheus, again. I would much rather be Morpheus than Neo. That's the truth. Who wants the pressure? So many people coming at me. All right, I know. We got Underwear, and we got Deep Hydro, we got Sacrifice Pieces, we got so many consonants in one name, TNKANH, I don't know. We got a lot of people. A lot of people here. We got Shalim749, Demetrius, Taki97. I don't know. Let's go title player fishing. You know why? Because last time I didn't get myself a real good title player battle. And I'm a little irritated about that. The last Bullet Brawl. So now I'm seeking a 1-1 bullet game. See if any title players watching the show are waiting for that action. Maybe they're waiting for me to go fishing. But if they don't accept soon, we'll keep the ball rolling for all you Twitchers and tweeters out there. Lizard King 43 says, nice, you baited us into wanting a shirt that's not available for us. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I don't know what else to say. There is awesome gear available. Maybe someone can share a link to that in the twat. The twat. Did I just say twat? That's actually a new word for the Twitch chat. The twat. At least I'm not calling you guys twats. Is that an appropriate word to say? I think that's okay, because kids don't know that that's a curse word. Everyone who just got their shotguns out against Danny, all right, just calm down, all right? I'm very careful about saying pop culture things that even if it's offensive to some older people, if your kid is watching this show and he's 7 and he actually knows what that word means, then why does he know that that word means that? Hashtag on you, buddy. All right, we got Jolly Bishop on Twitter. We got Aryan Magadam, and we got Pure Defiance who wants a rematch. His feelings are hurt. The only thing he said that he threw a book. Oh, wow. Wait, I got a game? No. He said he threw a book at the laptop after the game because he was so frustrated. Well, dude, that's anger management issues right there. All right? Talking to you, Pure Defiance. You might want to check on that. Anyway, but at least you didn't let me ring your bell, right? Lizard King 43. The twat. Those coming at us from the twat. Which is, again, the Twitch chat, the twat. Welcome via the twat. If you're coming at us via Chess TV, also welcome. And via Twitter, also welcome. All right, he's baiting me into a bullet simul. Danny just went bullet simul on this, risking the slightly awkward screen share. Boom. Oh, he baited me. Jolly Bishop action. Oh, and the auto switching still isn't working. Why did I do it? Wait, is auto switching working? It's working! Auto switching is working in V3. Everybody, celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Wait, is it? But it's not switching all the time. Hashtag not actually working. False alarm. In fact, the worst kind of not working because it's lulling me into a false sense of security. It's working sometimes, and it's not working other times where I clearly have to switch on my own. Oh, bullet simuls are never fun when the auto switch that we developed and I specifically requested is not working. Oh, we're winning. We're completely winning. But will we have enough to win? My guess is no, actually. I will lose this bullet simul. I'm just guessing that that's going to happen. Stoyanovich. Am I playing 1-1 at least? Is it 1-1? No, it's not even 1-1. What was I thinking? I was thinking I was being stupid. That's what I was thinking. Oh. Why I won? I won on time. And this one is 1-1. I am about to freak out and do a party both in my head, in my pants, and on screen. Say what? I'm about to win a bullet simul, everybody. Bullet simul victory. Down, down, down. It's a victory. I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. Oh, that would be mate. Don't blunder, mate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration throughout the year. So bring your good chess and your bad chess too. We're gonna play a brawl and party with you. Come on now, celebration. Playing a bullet simul to have a good time. Everybody, it's a celebration. It's a bullet simul, and we're having a good time. Stoyanovich is actually pretty good. He's pretty good. And he's playing pretty well. This is not as easy as I thought. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. I'm gonna play Tickle. Maybe he'll blunder. Check. I don't know, why did I give that check? I don't know. What, I gotta focus here. What am I doing? I'm literally in the process of blowing this game. I don't even know what to do right now, to be honest. That's how lost I am in this position as far as a mental approach to this position. Stoyanovich is he's pretty good. Oop, I almost blundered again. Move! Oh, I hate this new mouse. I hate my new mouse. Yes, I'm making an excuse because I hate it. Somehow he's going to get a draw. You've got to be kidding me. How did I blow this game? I don't even know how I did not win this game. I'm so flipping out right now. I'm flipping out. Flipping out. This is me flipping out. What did I do right there? What in the world? Frustrated. I mean, okay, the beginning of the game, whatever. I mean, there's a bullet simul. Things were weird. I was just up 2 pawns. I thought the game was over. I even claimed victory. But then he got really aggressive, and I just, like, panicked. I played one bad move after another. I mean, G5 is just, like, winning on the spot. I wasn't even thinking. Stoyanovich, you got the best of me, buddy. You got the best of me. Good work, man. You really did. You took advantage of this Bullet Brawl and Simul player. You really did. Good work. I mean, okay. I don't know. But Matt, definitely reportable. The board does not switch all the time. It should always switch. Like, if the game is current and it's your move, it shouldn't switch. But once you make the move, if a move has been played on the other board, it should switch. The only time it's switching properly is if you're on the board and it's not your move and the other person moves, then it takes you there. But it's not switching properly. So let's bug report the shenanigans out of that. All right, we got a lot of other challengers coming at us. Let's take on Alonzer. Allo NSR. You guys know I struggle with, reading, right? So don't judge. Don't judge. Back off with the judgments. We're trying to prevent some of the natural breaks in the Yaroslav structure with a very bad opening by me. Honestly, this is terrible for white. But I'm going to launch a completely unjustified attack because it's the kind of thing I like to do. Now I guess I'll castle because I'm actually threatening to take here, I think. I don't know if he forgot that his f-pawn was pinned, because that's not going to work out well for him. The fact that he had to take with the h-pawn is going to lead to a mate and bake, likely. Unless he somehow finds a way to resign before I ring the bell, which he may pull off. He might just pull off resigning before the bell gets rung. Ah, now that was a tricky move. That was a very, very tricky move, yeah? There were a number of ways to do that, but I think this will do the trick. My mouse is still draggy. What? First bell ring of the day. First bell ring of the day. The games continue. Good games. Good games, Stoyanovich. We already took you on, Jolly Bishop from Twitter. How's the twat doing? We got anybody from twat? That's Twitter chat. I mean, that's Twitch chat. Don't worry about it if you're just joining us. Like, oh wait, I gotta fix my screen, huh? Yeah, my bad. Let's take on Hey Now. Hey now, hey now. You know that was gonna make me sing. Don't treat me so good. Hey now, when the world comes in, let it come. Let it come. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Say what? What's he doing? I don't even know. I'm gonna go get that pawn. Hey now, don't treat me so good. I gotta remember that we're doing analysis in this Bullet Brawl. We're not just beating people. Gotta remember that. Note to self. So we're gonna review this game. Maybe provide a few little tips here and there, right? I'm actually not gonna trade queens. I'm not gonna do that because I like the potential of checkmating him on the light squares. Hey now, checkmate on the light squares. Hey now, I'm hoping I will play queen g2. His knight is kind of pinned. I'd like to take advantage of that. Who knows, he might miss it. He almost did. Not exactly the way I wanted this game to go, but okay, I was hoping for a oh, he did it. You can ring that bell. Oh. Thank you. Come again. Thank you. Come again. Let's back up and take a quick peek at what happened in Hey Now's game. Gold member, by the way. Gold member. What's going on with the Twitch chat? Come on, twatters. Let's get some challenges going, right? In general, you can play this way. After takes, you should take with the knight, and you can try to play this. It's sort of like a reverse Grunfeld. You're baiting me to push the center forward so that you might have, some way to target the center. You can develop the knight and strike with e4, and this is a transposition to like a reverse Grunfeld type structure. Positionally, you've given up the center. You've given me 2 pawns for the center, but you're doing so, like in the Grunfeld, for the potential that you now have something to target as you develop your pieces. So, that's the idea, the whole dynamic way to play the position. Taking with the queen just doesn't make a lot of sense because I think you're giving me the center without the risk of me sort of overextending it. So queen takes isn't that great. In fact, I could have even just played g6 and developed, and we get sort of like an open Sicilian structure where you haven't even gathered space with e4 and c4. Literally, right? I mean, if we play e4, c5, and we go for a Sicilian, at least when you get this like structure, if I kind of have a similar development, you've gained space, you have the pawns in the center. Here's like a Maroczy bind example. But in our game, you're looking at a position where it's like a Sicilian structure. You've lost the D pawn for the C pawn, giving black the long-term positional advantage of the 2 pawns in the center. But you don't even have any, you don't have E4 and you don't have any bind to show for it. So there's no way this is going to be seen as like an opening success for white. Regardless of what happens from here on out, I wouldn't recommend that you repeat that. Okay. But so I just went and overextended the center. I said, hey, what the hey, right? In fact, I think I actually sang it. I said, hey now, right? I mean, but I was saying, hey, what the hey. And I was expecting you to play knight e2 after e4, which might have been, the better move than playing knight d5 and lose the pawn. But still, I have both d3. I have bishop to g4 to create some weirdness. Sometimes people are worried about playing moves like this because they're like, oh, like he's going to gain a tempo. But that's not really a tempo white likes, right? That's a pawn move that he'd probably like to have back in terms of the bigger picture. So those are some things that might have happened. You played knight to d5 instead. I took, you took, I played knight to b4, we won the pawn, and things got weird, right? Almost as weird as the show in general. So there you go. There you go. There you go, Billy Joe. We got more people coming here. I'm a little frustrated I still haven't gotten a title player up in this, right? Let's close out of that and try to go catch ourselves a 1-1 game. See if anybody wants in on this action. Any thumbs up or thumbs downs on the beard now? No? No opinions? It's ugly, but at least I'm committed, right? At least I'm not a quitter. I told my wife that. She wants me to shave, and I'm like, well, at least I'm not a quitter, right, honey? Like, I'm committing to the whole month of November. She didn't like that. I don't know what's wrong with her. I'm looking for Max VMV. He's a twatter, a Twitch.tv chatter. He's a twatter. We got Aryan Mogadam. That guy is also on Twitter, so he's double the fun right now. That means he deserves an acceptance if I can find Aryan, all that. I'm going to decline a few other people right now who can jump in at some point, obviously, and re-challenge. Declining you, Jack Fast. Declining Bullet Kid. Not because I don't love you guys. I've played you guys before, and I'm trying to look for some of these guys who are sending me their usernames just because I feel like it's the right thing to do. Stojanovic, you've already played, bro. No. Jack Fast, no. Will Biz, no. Stojanovic challenging me all the time. We got a lot of other people here. I'm going to do a hard refresh because sometimes all the challenges that you're getting don't show up right away. One other bug that I've tried to report. Matt, I don't know if you want to report that again. But now we got to close out of this Chess TV page. Head over to the alerts tab. All right, there we go. Now we got a lot more. We got Can We Do It? We got Highland Park, Arnold Side, MNRA, Justin D. Lynn, Prince of Hummus. Love that username. Thryfex, Tonky97, Underwear. Still none of those guys who I saw their usernames, so I'm going to take on some others until we get there. And still, obviously, no title players accepting my challenge. Heartbroken. Come on, I'm 25-30, right? Those free rating points when I'm multitasking commentary. Come on, title players. All right, here we go. We got NNH Chess. Oop, there's Max VW. I see you, bro. Don't you go anywhere on Twat. Whoa, hashtag mouse slip. Unless you did that on purpose. If you did this on purpose, I commend you and disapprove of you at the same time. This is hilarious, though. I mean, this is kind of awesome, actually. He's playing... He's playing... Is this 1-1 or 1-0? It's 1-0, so I have to be careful. It is 1-0, and he is playing crazy chess right now. Crazy chess. I'm just going to develop, I guess. Makes sense. Maybe bring the rook to the c file, anticipating the potential need for that. We'll take with the queen. Yeah. We'll cackle. I think we'll just take here. Just settle on the pawn, honestly. We'll just settle on the pawn. Not what you would really expect, having gotten the kind of advantage out of the opening that I did. But, I failed. I failed to get a crushing attack. That's the truth. I'm not going to deny it. I make mistakes. There's no way that there wasn't something better for me that I didn't figure out, so that's always a little frustrating. And now he's playing like a monster. Now he's playing some high-quality chess here, right? He is playing some high-quality chess right now. And I'm losing my pawns, and he's playing super fast. What is going on here? I have to play faster. Put the knight there. Check. I don't know if that's even good, but I did it. Ugh. He's playing too good right now. I barely won that game. NH Hess Chess? Dude, you're better than 1400. I'm going to say that, especially with this terrible opening you played. After that, you played like a stud, man. You played really good. Um, but anyway, but somehow I managed to outblitz it. But I'm still not happy with my mouse, as you all know. I'm still struggling with the new mouse speed. Working on it. I'm working on it. There's something wrong with the. I mean, you see that? There's something wrong with my software. Like I haven't properly installed this mouse drive. Like it's not just complaining. I mean, the mouse gets stuck. Like as I'm sliding really fast, it gets stuck. So I don't know if anybody out there is like a gamer can offer me a tip on that. Um, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do better in terms of installation. I just kind of plugged it in. They're like, "Oh my gosh, is this guy for real right now?" But I mean, that's what I did. I really just kind of just plugged it in. So if anyone wants to offer me a little pro tip on some mouse optimization tips, go ahead and do that. I'd appreciate it. That's a queen because something's wrong. It's you see what I'm saying? There's something wrong with it. It's jumpy, it's awkward, and I replaced it because we had a lot of clicking. Everybody who's a regular watcher on the show knows what I'm talking about. A lot of clicking on my mouse, but a lot of bells being rung here now too. After a little bit of a drought in the beginning of the show. All right, let's look for some title players. Come on, everybody. Come on, get up in this action, right? All right, well, thank you, MXMV. What happened in this game? Because we're trying to keep things educated. Yeah, I played this by accident. I played E3. That's the truth. And so I quickly played B3 and Bishop B2. That's a good tip. You should learn how to play this like bird slash, I don't even know what B3 is called, like the Owens or Bakers or something. I don't know. You should learn how to play this structure in case you ever mouse slip. I know this is getting really far away from actual chess advice, but hey, if you're playing online, you might mouse slip. And if you play E3 and then you try to play it like it's an E4 game, like Knight F3, and then I'm going to play Ruy Lopez and dirt, like you're just going to get yourself in a bad position where you wish you had the pawn on E4. So if you play E3 and then B3, this structure is designed around the bishop on this diagonal and the pawns on the dark squares all working together. He actually played what is the best structural system against it. Fianchettoing the dark square bishop makes it hard for white to get an attack. And, so as the game goes on, like I'm not just, I'll put it this way. If he has a pawn on D5 and a pawn on E6 and this bishop is here instead, I can put the knight on E5. I have access to that square. I can use it as like a launching pad to start advancing and get more space. So this is one of the systems that makes the whole B3, E3 thing, not have a lot of bite. Knight D7 may not be the best. Maybe play C5 and Knight C6. I don't know. Knight D7 is probably fine, but now what you often want to do is not let me grip the center the way that I did. The way you should handle it is maybe play E5. Play E5, and after takes, knight to G4, you're taking advantage of a pin, and you've also broken up sort of the anchor of my attack. I was trying to keep the structure together so that I could launch some space on the king side. So I would recommend E5 instead of E6, and I'm going to kind of cool it there and see if that's enough for you to learn from this game. Let's go. Hikaru just got here. Let's see if Hikaru wants to play a game. Hikaru might want to abuse me right now, right? He might want to abuse me on a Bullet Brawl with everybody watching. And with my mouse, okay, if I lose, it's obviously I'm struggling with the new mouse, all right? It has nothing to do with the fact that he's, 3,000. Although he's been slipping lately. He's 2,900? 2,900. Whoa, right? Everyone's like, whoa, what's going on there, man? Like, whoa. One man struggles dropping rating points on Chess.com like flies. Will playing a bullet match with Danny Rensch finally get him back on the right track? I'm secretly Hikaru's second. Everyone knows that. I mean, that's where he's getting all of his novelties from. No big deal. We'll see if Hikaru wants a piece of this. He's not accepting yet, so I'm going to start challenging people directly, others directly too, and see if I can get a game town with a title player town. Population us, bros. Oh, wait, no, I didn't get it. No, I didn't get anything. False alarm. False alarm. I thought I saw something change. So I got 3 games being searched right now for title players, and I should probably just seek a game, just in general. Just seek a bullet game and see who starts coming. Don't go anywhere. I could be playing Hikaru Nakamura here soon. I know you're like, oh, this is boring. Danny's going fishing, but who knows? It could end with me playing somebody really, really good who's going to destroy my face as I joke about it, and everybody loves that. Thank you, everybody on Twitter. Thank you, Max MV, Landon Howard. You were really good, NNH Chess. You were really good, man. I'm sure I missed a rook gain. Oh, wait, no. Landon Howard is Blitzkid 100. I missed a rook gain against NNH. I'm sure I missed a lot. I was nervous that game. So, yeah, if anyone wants to hit me up with some advice on the Mouse Town, that would be appreciated. What is going on with everybody? Come on, accept my challenges. Man. Come on, guys. No? I mean, I understand why he doesn't want to play me. No, I'm kidding. No, because I don't have enough rating points for him. I understand why Hikaru doesn't want to play me, but I wish that he would want to come on. Let's see if anybody else is interested. If anybody else, let's take on Vanishing Dragon. Ooh, we got somebody. Ooh, wait, he's only 2,000 at Bullet? That's not a good idea. I thought he was like 20. Oh, I was seeing the Blitz ratings. That was it. Okay, so that was a bad idea. That was a bad decision. I mean, he's an FM, so he's obviously a good player, and it's fun to get a title player battle, but I'm pretty selfish. I want rating points if I'm going to work hard. 2,000 to 2,530. Right? Awkward. That means at best case scenario, I'm gaining a point. And if I lose, I'm losing a lot. It's just the risk reward, that's all. But okay, I'm liking the Scotch so far, liking the way the attack is developing. We'll see how he wants to deal with the G7 pawn being an issue. He doesn't want to deal with it. He wants to take it off of G7. I get it. But now there's a few things to do. There's C4. I'm not really worried about D6, so I'm just going to get castled. If he wants to play D6 and get a discovery, I'll just play queen to G3, back the queen up. Probably I should have played bishop h6 on that note, because if he played d6, he would eventually be opening the e-file. So if my bishop was on h6, preventing him from castling, if I get this line again, that's what I should have done for sure. So because now if I play bishop h6, I'm kind of forcing him into something that helps. So I'm going to play c4 instead. Is that the best thing to do? Probably not. In fact, now I'm kind of like sacrificing a rook. But I don't really care because I'm trying to go for checkmate. I mean, maybe I probably should care. I mean, that's the truth. I should care. Right? But I don't. I should care, but I don't. Because I want the attack. Bishop e7 was definitely better. I'm not sure what he was doing with that move. That's the truth. And now I'm only down the exchange. So now I love my position. Right? We're back to loving my position here. Only down the exchange for the pawn and an attack on the king. Sign me up. Sign me up. Let's see if I can get a discovery on his bishop here. Simple move that I'm not sure does anything. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go here. Try to improve on the attack. If he takes, I want to use this square. I was kind of hoping for that the whole time because I wanted that e4 square for the knight. So now I can do a few things. Huh, but if I play there, he takes, I take. I actually don't get what I want. Irritating. I'm playing this move as like an awkward way to prevent. Oh, I won on time. The reason I played that, everybody, is because the line I was looking at was actually something like rook to d1, and if he took, I wanted, like, because I can get to light square, but he has bishop h2 check, I thought, and he wins the rook on d1. So I played this move g3 to stop that idea, and if he took, I was going to, like, take, maybe try to win this pawn. I'm probably still better, but I definitely didn't play that attack right. Let's see if he wants a rematch. Does he want a rematch? No? No, he doesn't. Okay, so not going to be our normal best of 5 title player brawl. Let's go back to everybody who's waiting for the games. We'll take on Jack Fast. We'll take on Jack Fast. Is this 1-0? It is 1-0. Yeah, I want to go get a good battle here before the show is over. How much more time do I have? How long is this show supposed to be again? How long is this show? I got 90 minutes today? This isn't even, normally the Bullet Brawl is like 60 minutes. I got a lot of time. Whoa. Epic. I think it's a 90-minute show today because I replaced Simon Williams. Yeah, Mythical Sword told me to use my staff powers and kick out the guy that Hikaru's playing. Jack Fast, you're better than that, buddy. I know you were nervous. I get it. I can tell. You played a dragon based on the best of your knowledge. One thing to remember is that you don't want to go too far before playing f3. I didn't play it in this game, but I probably could have played knight to g4, and now I'm exposing your development. I know you were nervous. It's all right. I get it. But, you just try to focus on playing the same way you would in any other show that nobody's watching. Anyway, f3 is needed to sort of protect the whole structure, in addition to the fact that it helps launch the attack. We did just transpose after I played d6, and this is fine. But now it's like a Chinese dragon. You have to take on c4 and open up the b file. There's a number of moves you can play here, and the position is still all theory. I think black is okay in these lines, but obviously, when you didn't go for that and you moved the h-pawn, you lost your queen. So not really much to say there. I can't just kick out people out of our site, Mythical Sword. So someone says I need to turn off mouse acceleration. Don't use DPI of more than 1200. 610 mouse speed should be fine. So that must be like in my control panel settings. Can someone confirm that? Because I didn't install any software with this mouse. I'm not doing that. All right, I got better things to do. But I can turn off the acceleration of the mouse in the software. Okay, I'll do that. Welcome, Murtozer94. Murtozer, you're up, dude. You are up. You are batting 17th. Nimzo? Yes, please. We've been going over almost every game, right? I've only forgotten on a couple of games, so hopefully everyone's enjoying a little bit of analysis, take away something to the kids, right? You can say, hey, I lost, but at least I learned something. And then Stojanovic stole that draw from me. I'm still upset about that, especially because I claimed like it was going to be a 2-0 Bullet Simul win, and I got rid of the hard game, the one that was 1-0, and the game that was, potentially going to be the problem. So that's frustrating. Stojanovic, I will get you back, Stojanovic. Huh? He doesn't want to take and double my f pawns. I actually think that was maybe better for him. But okay, I'm going to be happy with this now. This was my whole idea, by the way, never to take, but to relocate the bishop to this diagonal here. Kind of fun, right? I'd like to deal with the pin somehow and then refocus my efforts taking advantage of these doubled c-pawns in classic Nimzo fashion. That's my goal, if I'm giving you sort of the long view perspective. Bishop g6 might have just been really good there, right? If he blocks it, I have e4 winning a piece. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Because I was just reacting to his move. Sometimes in Bullet, you just react when you really shouldn't. Taking. Not a lot of time. All right. Well, Murtozer, what happened here? What happened here for us to take home? Well, it was a Nimzo, a Bishop G5 Nimzo. I don't even know if castles is right for me. I don't know, honestly. That's the truth. But, okay, this is fine. C5, D6. I'm going to play for E5 because I wanted to get the normal sort of positional bind against these doubled C pawns, but this might be a little premature for me. I don't know. I think even if you go for this, though, it takes and takes and takes here. I mean, black is still a little bit better because my double pawns aren't as bad as your double pawns. Yours are isolated, mine aren't. Yours are easy to target. Knight a5 in here, mine aren't. So like even if this, I go here, and I'm gonna gang up on the pawns. So even if you had gone for the endgame, I think I was a little better, but that might have still been the best thing for you to do. All right. We got Grabber 7, the Long View, TNKNAH, the Ant 11, Stojanovic is back. He wants more. Chublaka, Wee Briz, Fintry Sham. We got a lot of people here. I'm going to go back and go again and see if I can get me a title player battle. Can someone confirm that this is a 90-minute show for me? Is that true, that? Is that true, Dat? Okay, I need to sort this by bullet ratings and not blitz ratings and see how that gets me. See where that gets me. Yep, it's a 90-minute show. So we got time. We got time to go find some people to get in on this. Too bad Hikaru's busy. Let's go check out his game. What's he doing? He's playing Bahadir Ozen, a young FIDE master, strong bullet player. He's actually gotten a game off of Hikaru so far. Woetown. Yeah, he's good. Not Hikaru good, but good. And getting a game off Hikaru is never a small feat. But hanging your rook to a fork is also never a good idea. So it goes both ways, right? Look at Hikaru. It's like he plays the best move in the position without thinking. They're like, yeah, Danny, that's exactly what he does. No, but like, it's incredible. I mean, there's no bullet. I don't know if you've ever watched Hikaru play in person, but he doesn't even pre-move. And so that's how he avoids like a lot of these blunders. Like he pre-move captures, but he for the speed that so notice like seconds are coming off. He's rarely pre-moving his way to gain a time advantage. Like never, ever. I've never seen him pre-move consistently. And that's amazing when you think about how fast he is, that he's doing it without pre-moving. But it's also one of the reasons he's able to maintain such a high quality level of chess, right? I mean, he's playing, like I said, it sounded like the dumbest thing after I said it. He's playing the best moves in the position, right? As a bullet player. It's just crazy. It really is. It's amazing. Okay, well, he's going to win this one too. Right now he's debating, should I take it or protect it? Because the problem with taking is it allowed rook c3 check, and so he didn't want to do that. But now he's going to find a way to get a strong pass c-pawn, which should be a good enough for some nastiness. No. I think c6 might have actually been better. One of the rare times where you say Hikaru didn't play the best move. I think c6, if rook e3 check was played the same way, like there's no way it's defendable. The pawn was just rushing up the board. So okay, but he's going to go on to win this. Short of something miraculous happening like a blunder, he's up 2 pawns in this endgame, and that should be enough to win, despite the opposite code bishop feature of the position. Now he's just going to start pushing. And Black's going to have problems. He'll organize b6. Now, after check, he'll walk the king to c4 with tempo. He can even... I was going to say, oh, that was unnecessary. That was actually... Oh, no, it wasn't. He had bishop before check. Like, he saw the theme. I didn't even see how fast that was. That was redunk. Look at that. He took on g6 and he saw the fork. I was thinking of the idea, but to get a discovery on b7, so I thought he might play b7 first. But no, he saw it for the bigger reason and the better reason, and he's He's only gaining, I think, what seems to be right now a single point per victory. That's got to just be frustrating, right? How many games does he have to win? I think he has to be winning at like a 20 game to 1 rate in order to maintain the rating advantage against guys like this. So, but he doesn't want to play me because I'm going to get more than that, and he knows it. He's even told me once, I don't want to play you. You're too dangerous for my 3100 rating. I know most of the time everything I say should be taken with an absolute grain of salt and then put in the trash, but that's actually true. All right, but let's see. Should I try to get a game while we're waiting for this? I'm still seeking a game. No one is coming. It makes me think that the open challenge thing isn't working. I mean, am I even being listed for a game here? I am. So no one wants to jump in, I guess. So hurting my feelings today. I'll try to go after Vanishing a Dragon. Oh, he doesn't want none of this. Nobody wants to play. None of the title players want to play, so we're stuck either enjoying Hikaru and his slow march to victories, or we're going to jump in and take on some more of the challengers, which of course I love to do. Ooh, that was a blunder. Now if the king goes back, we have... Oh, that's mate. Rook here and bishop e3. Bahadir blundered into mate. And just like that, they will be playing again. Another game. This is tough. It's tough. I feel bad for anybody playing Hikaru. It's hard for me to even watch. All right, let's take on Ant 11. Oops, it did it again. Closed out of that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Readjust. Adjust. Jadoob. Jadoob on the format of our screen so that everybody can maintain the best viewing experience possible. So this is interesting, kind of a passive English for black. For white. So I bet it was sort of created after mouse slips, though. If I had to guess, he played a... he did not mean to do this. It was a mouse slip. Thank you, everybody who's offering the advice. THYRD, thank you for the advice. Everybody who's giving me tips on how to handle the mouse speed. I'm obviously not going to work on that now because that would be distracting from the show. But I will spend some time trying to get my mouse settings right. Get your mouse right. Kind of like get your mind right. You'll get your mouse right. Yeah, get your mouse right. Get your mind right. Ooh, I want that second rank. I want it real bad. I want it real bad. All right, well, I'll just take it the old-fashioned way. Not gonna let the pigs run wild on the 7th rank and eat, right? Pigs won't be going to the trough, but should still be a winning rook ending, based on the fact that I'm gonna win a couple pawns. He's gonna win one back, but now there's a way to win these rook endings that I never remember. There's just like a straightforward way that just is really impossible for the person to deal with. I don't know that pushing the f pawn helped him. I'm gonna push the pawn. Actually, I'll activate the king slightly first, but I'm gonna push the pawn to c3 so as not to take away any of the potential of my king helping. We'll talk about what happens if you get it to the 2nd rank and why that prevents the king from helping. But I'm still not sure this is... Oh, this is definitely being misplayed by him now. Because now I can get my pawn to the 2nd rank and I don't even have to get my rook stuck behind the pawn, right? So this is definitely not the best way for white to play this. We'll get a little rook ending knowledge after this if anybody who has not spent time checking out my series on rook endings. We'll talk a little bit about what the ideal positions are for the rooks after this. Be good analysis. But now he's just dead because the rook is totally stuck to the pawn. Oh, I could have just given check and won. I'll do it next. I'll play it next. My bad. He walked into losing the game a different way, and I didn't take advantage of it. But okay, let's talk about this. So one of the things that you want to be careful of when you're trying to win these equal rook endings, so let's say he had played the right way, put the rook behind the pawn. One of the things you want to be careful of is the fact that if you just come forward and then they move and you go here, you're sort of self-trapping the rook. And if all you're thinking of is the way to win with like the backdoor trick, if he ever is unwise enough to expose the second rank, okay, then you have this well-known rook ending trick where you come to the back, you threaten a queen, and once they take it, you can skewer. But assuming your opponent doesn't do that, sorry for the jumpy mouse. The problem with this endgame is two things. One, your rook is stuck unless it can move with one of those tactical tricks or tempos. And two, if he does nothing, like you're actually not even threatening in most cases to do any to change it, because the moment you touch the pawn, they give check. The moment you touch the pawn, they give check. See my mouse? I mean, this is, at least they know that I'm not kidding when I make those excuses in a time scramble. He gives check, and then you go back. And so you can try to improve it, but unless he's like blundering away something, you're not actually threatening anything here. Look, your king comes all the way up. And by the way, if you go to the other side, there's no bridge. There's no way to protect the king from check. So he just checks you, and then the moment you're not touching the pawn, he goes back. And Bob's your uncle. Look who's stuck. So this is like already going to save you a lot of rook ending trouble. If you're an ambitious chess player, not just here for the kicks and gigs, if you're here for the kicks and giggles, grab some Cheetos and don't worry about it. And I'm also happy to have you here. But for those of you who are chess players here, so many times I had so many students who I worked with, and we talked about this like bigger picture thinking. You have to recognize the goal of where you're going before you move, because otherwise you make mistakes like putting the pawn in the second rank, not even thinking that it's doing anything really to worsen chance. You say this, you're like, well, I might as well just push the pawn, right? Because I'm going to push it eventually anyway, so you just do it, right? How many times have you ever said that? Guilty, right? And so you push the pawn, and now you've actually taken away all your winning chances because your king has no way to protect the pawn without being checked away. You can't hide the king from checks because the rook is stuck, so short of blundering, you know what I mean? Okay, but so that's what I didn't want to do. But what I was trying to think of is, he didn't play king of 2 in the game. I forget what he did, but the advantage of keeping the, oh yeah, he didn't even go here. The advantage of keeping the pawn in the third rank is that now you have squares for the king. So let me just make some random moves just to prove the point. It's not really relevant, but let me show you the difference. So now when the king eventually runs up, okay, you can actually here. This would have been kind of hard for me to get my king there. I might have to use my pawns to try to create an entry point. Eventually, the point is if you get here, the rook can't just check you because you will be able to hide in front of the pawn as like an umbrella of protection, improve your rook, and eventually you'll win. But what's the risk of the pawn being on the third rank? Ding, ding, ding. Well, now the rook isn't tied down. So as soon as you start committing to the aggressive king idea, he's going to go gobble pawns. He's not going to just sit there. He's going to start taking your pawns. And that gives him counterplay. So that's why rook endings are so tough, is the dynamic I'm explaining here. If you push the pawn all the way up, you take away the chances of the king helping. If you don't push the pawn all the way up, well, then the rook actually isn't stuck to guarding the pawn because you're not threatening the queen. So rook endings are tough. But that said, I felt like there's some way to win this endgame that I just always mess up. When you have the 4-on-4 with the pawn, what is it? I mean, maybe I also could have improved the pawns, maybe played h4, taken my time. I'm never worried about them exposing the second rank, by the way, everybody. The way most of these rook endings are lost is by someone doing what he did here. You don't want to overchange the defensive position. You want it to be, the ideal position is the opposite. The ideal position is the pawn on f2 and this setup. This is the ideal, like this. Because your second rank isn't exposed to tactics. Your king can hide from multiple ways of check, and the h-pawn is as farthest advanced as it can be. So if I take the risk of running the king, you might be able to win pawns and use that advantage. These are all things that will really help you in your rook ending game. But, am I supposed to stay on the 4th rank here or something so that, I don't know. I feel like I already messed up with e6. If I'm going to win this, maybe I have to be, f5 here. And then takes, and then here, and be a little more aggressive with the pawns, right? Because this isn't good for him. If he does some shenanigans like this, it's okay, fine. And I'm getting my king closer. I felt like I could have done something better. I need to work on my rook endings. That's actually something I'm thinking about doing as another more advanced video series on Chess.com. People wonder why we do all these on Chess TV and then YouTube, but a lot of times, the material on Chess.com, like the Diamond membership videos are, designed to be much more prepared and in depth, right? It's a couple video series I have in mind, and the Pawn Structure 101 series. Back off, hound dogs. But I just don't have time. they're like, yeah, you have time. Maybe if you stopped messing around with this, you'd have time. You're right, actually. You're actually right. Let's see. I want to match this guy. What? Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally just left the live server by clicking on someone's name. Oops. What I want to do is go challenge this guy to a game. Because he challenged me. We'll see if he's interested. We'll see if he's interested. Can I get an amen? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? I know we got so many people waiting. Penguin 2012, Todo, Torador, Robert 0905, Rhino 0411, Justin and D. Can we do it? What? He left me for Hikaru? Yo, bro, what's that about? Yo, bro. That ain't cool. Dude left me for Hikaru. Look at Hikaru, though. That means, by definition, you know what that rating means, everybody? It means he didn't lose a single game to Bahadur Ozan. That thing we were watching, that whole match we were watching, Hikaru didn't lose a single game. Fun fact, because if he did, there's no way it would be there. So that's amazing. He's probably about to do the same to this guy. But that doesn't make me happy, because it doesn't get me a game. Where's my game? Here we go. Why isn't anybody accepting challenges? Let's play Bahadur Ozan and give him some confidence, because he's gonna beat me. He's not gonna lose to me. He's gonna beat me, and that'll make him feel better about losing to Hikaru. That's the truth. Oh, Vanishing Dragon is also. Wait, Bahadur Ozan, he accepts. Haha. What? Aha, we go. Run forth into the night. All right, so now we have this sort of Slav Caro. The 1-1 is, it's the way I like to play these title players when I'm struggling with mouse speed issues. Makes me feel, but obviously he's really enjoying that too. Was that really the best thing for him? Can I play a 5 now and just open things up? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to do it, right? Whether it's right or not, I'm going to do it. Now what I'd like to do is find a way to go after the e-pawn. So do this one first, make him play e6, and then go after the e-pawn, because now if he plays queen f7, I can just take it. I'm not sure that this is really a decent attack for me or not. It might not be. But at least there's a chance. Now he realizes we're playing 1-1. He starts to slow down. Starts to slow down and take his time. All right, so I'm taking on Bahadur Ozan here. First title player matchup, really, of the show. Wait a second. I can take. He takes. Chekaruski. Bishop g7. Rook e8 takes. No, it doesn't work. Man, doesn't it feel like there should be something nasty here? Doesn't it? It does. If I take everything and then take f7, I've probably got like a decent chance at drawing the game too, actually. So I'll do that. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have moved the queen, by the way. I'm not sure. It's quite possible that I should have just moved the queen. Okay, but I think that this is working out to a certain degree. Play there. No, give check first. Give that check. Now go after the pawn this way. Let's push h4. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this line. I didn't have time to calculate it all, so I just kind of went for it. I don't know. Oh, that was a huge blunder by me. Wow. Okay, so what happened there? How did I lose that game so badly right there in the end? after being up some pawns. Huh. I don't know. It's actually a little bit trickier than it looks. I mean, I'm up 2 pawns here, but his active king is really, really huge for him. So, you know, that position was not as simple as it actually looked. So, I mean, I'm sure better play was certainly possible by me, but I'd have to sit there and kind of analyze it here for a little bit, and I wasn't concretely sure of my improvement anyway. So, all right, let's move on. We're playing a best of 5 here, so that is only 1 game. Let's hope that we can improve and get better in this match. Let's hope that we can do that. Improve and get better. It's all we can ever really ask for, right? Pinning the F2 pawn, I'm going to play A5. I really like 1-1, even regardless of the mouse issues where it's like a necessity right now, because I'm just not going to be able to. I feel like the chess quality is just so much better, right? It really is. I think everybody's happier in the 1-1 scenario. Meaning everybody, like the spectators and me. That's everybody. That seemed like a bad decision. Letting me double his pawns and take that. So now let's see. Should we play knight to g4? The bishop on a1 is just no good. No good for him. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, we'll go for this. We can take it and just like kind of go for the 2 pieces for the rook, right? It's probably not the best thing to do, honestly. But I thought it was probably going to be kind of hard for him to still get out of the whole scenario. Right? Still pretty rough for him, despite all that. Go after the pawn this way. The queen. Taking my time now. We will trade queens. And perhaps go after the knight. I don't even know. I'm not sure this is the best scenario for me either. Oops. That just opened up a world of hurt for me. That just opened up a world of hurt for me. I don't even know what to do. Sorry. I lost track of what to do there. I'm probably going to lose another one that I shouldn't have. Probably going to lose another one that I should not have lost. I can't move fast enough. I can't move fast enough. That was a mouse slip. I meant to go to B2. I just can't move fast enough with this mouse right now. It's not good. And that's the truth. So, but okay. Still having fun. Still enjoying the Bullet Brawl. How did I miss mate? I'm sure I did. I'm sure I missed a win here, guys. Somebody's telling me I missed mate. Oh, wait. Oh, I just had queen f2 mate. Oh, my gosh. Yes, I missed mate. I just I'm freaking out. The 1 second increment is not even enough. I'm gonna work on this before the next show. I promise everybody. So my apologies, but yeah, I can't quite speed up enough. So sorry. Yep, and I missed mate. I'm extra nervous when I get under time pressure here. So I've actually had two really high quality games, right? I mean, this was a game that was also pretty high quality for me. Was better. Actually, just winning in this one once I won this pawn. So should have sped up, I guess. You know, it's possible this whole idea is just unnecessary. Why not just go back, right? I mean, and then continue to be up a clear pawn against doubled C pawns. But in a real game, I mean, I'm not thinking that black isn't. I'm not thinking that that I'm not winning, but okay. All right. Well, he doesn't seem to want to play 1-1. Simple fact: I'm a better chess player. The two games, he knows that, but he's faster. I'm not going to deny it. He's faster. If we play 1-1, my chances go way up because the more the quality chess matters, the two winning positions I got as evidence. But okay, Bahadir, he's actually one of the fastest people we have on the site, like physically fast. I mean, so there's no denying that. But I can't play 1-0 right now, buddy. I can't. He's telling me in the chat he wants 1-0. I can't do it. Can't do it, man. All right, so if he doesn't want to go 1-1, then I'm going to get a couple more games in before we call the show. Let's take on Fintry Sham. Welcome, buddy. You have been waiting patiently to get your game in the Bullet Brawl, so we respect that. We respect that. Thank you for waiting patiently. Not sure which was the best way to do that. Decided to go for this. We'll let him take. Even though it doubles the pawns, it kind of strengthens the whole overall structure, right? So that's the other way to look at it. Here's funny. If he plays d5, oh, that's a queen, dude. If he played d5, I was actually going to back up to d3. All right, but that's a lot of queen. It's a lot of queen to give up, my friend. Sorry. Not going to spend a lot of time analyzing that one. Wasn't that great. We're going to take on the next player for the Bullet Brawl. Will We Briz. Welcome, We Briz. We Briz. Take. Okay, that's okay with us. That's okay with us. It's all right with me. Can't cancel. Okay, we'll attack the pawn. Also all right with me. Okay, it's all right with me. Some things were just meant to be. It never comes easily, and when it does, I'm already gone. I'm practically never still. More likely to move, and when I will, I end up alone at will. My life continues inching along. First person to tell me what song that is, who sings that song, gets the pop culture gold membership of the day. When Bernadette comes, I get lost on her time. She's just too sweet, and she's always gonna be. And when I return to her arms and her eyes, I might not be the same, but it's all right with me. Okay, it's all right with me. Some things were just meant to be. It never comes easily, and when it does, I'm already gone. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Where's the mate? I want to get mate. More likely to move until I end up alone. And all right, who's the tweeter? Tells me who sings that song. Gets the pop culture gold membership of the day. When Bernadette comes. All right. Still no one tweeting at me with that gold membership just hanging in the wind. Hanging in the wind. Hanging in the wind. First one to tell me where that's coming from gets the second gold membership of the day. Hanging in the wind. I got 2 gold memberships on the line here. I'll give you a clue. Jodie Foster. Okay? After the accused. Hanging in the wind. When Bernadette comes, I get lost on her time. She's much too sweet, and she's always gonna be. I love it. Come on, take it. Take it, Prince of Hummus. Take it. Do it. Do it. Do it. He loved it. He loved it too. Everybody loves it. All right. So many. Oh, well, that wasn't a good idea, buddy. Sorry, but that was a bad idea. All right, there were several people who came at with it. Remy Jacobson? No. Alon? Brandon Stoyanovich. There you go. Remy Jackson won the other pop culture. Called it Nell. Nell. All right, Remy Jackson. Let Kirkwood username in the chat. Let Kirkwood know your Chess.com username. Remy Jackson on Twitter. Matt, let's hook him up with a gold membership, buddy. And I think Remy Jacobson, sorry. I think Remy actually won the other one too. So let's give Remy Jacobson a 2-month gold membership. Okay? Remy Jacobson just struck gold today. Literally. I didn't even mean to make that pun, but I did. I made that pun, and it worked. Not every pun I make works, and you know that. Remy Jacobson, tell me what your username is on Twitter. Okay, that way I can confirm to Kirkwood what it is. Remy Jacobson, tell us your username. You just won a 2-month gold membership for knowing Danny's ridiculous pop culture reference. Eric Hutchinson sings Okay, It's All Right With Me, and Jodie Foster in Nell. Tane in the wind. They're like, does Danny do anything with his life? No, I don't. All right. All right, Remy Jacobson, as soon as you tweet me your username and we confirm that it's you. A lot of twats coming at me, huh? We got the twatters. Twatters are singing the song. The twatters. Those are the Twitch chatters. Twatters. I made that up. You're right. Wait, just wait. Pretty soon, Hutch is going to be using the term twat. All the streamers are going to be using the term twat. Let's check on the twat. Okay, username is RJOD. That is Remy Jacobson's name. He gets a 2-month gold membership. Hey, Remy, what's the best way to use that 2-month gold membership, you ask? Oh, I'll answer that for you. Solve Tactics Trainer, Unlimited Tactics Trainer, all day, every day. The puzzles that will just blow your mind and maybe even improve your pattern recognition in the process. Get it, baby. It's a pawn, by the way. That's a pawn. So let's get RJOD, Kirkwood. Will you please confirm to me that you're making that happen? Let's get him a premium membership, and then let's wait. Who knows? Maybe we'll give away more premium memberships right now. Maybe if I come up with another pop culture thing. That's a knight. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get that pony. You know it. You know it, homie. By the way, there's not even a back rank mate with Rookie 1. That's cool. That's cool. That's coolio. Do I even need to trade queens? Let's just free the back rank. Let's free Willie here. Whatever happened to the kid in Free Willy, by the way? The kid, after Michael Jackson did that video with a dum, right? Oh, and he's got his shirt just like flowing. Everyone remembers that Michael Jackson. If you're a child of the 90s, technically I'm a child of the 80s. I'm old. I'm actually 72. You can't tell. I use Just for Men. 72 years old. See, if you're Just for Men, how is that not a good advertising? Someone needs to sponsor our shows. Okay. Well, we're running out of time, and guess who's up with Man vs. Machine? That's right, Grandmaster Robert Hess. He's so jealous of everything that I do. He forces me off my own show so that he can have a chance. I'm actually curious how much better Robert will do today, whether he will humiliate me. Will Robert win his first chance against Nightmare? I say no. I say in 3-2 Blitz he won't. Will Robert win his first chance against Bishop Mare? I say no. In 3-2 Blitz he will not. Okay? Will he win the Queen and Rook odds and Peace odds? Yeah. Okay, he will. But let's see. If you're not sticking around for Robert's Man versus Machine, if you just showed up for a Bullet Brawl, then, seriously, don't go anywhere. Free Willy is a stage actor now in New York. There you go. Okay, fun fact from our trivia expert, Mr. Kirkwood. Matt, did you give that guy his premium membership? I need confirmation of these things because I want everyone getting their premium memberships. So, all right, everybody who we didn't get a game to, forgive me. I'm going to take on a couple more. Here. A couple more of the challengers who have been waiting. Zach 000. He's playing fast. I like it. Membership will be given. I have been given confirmation, Remy, so there you go, buddy. Premium membership will be given. Bishop pair. I'm probably going to try to open the center root about new. That's what I'm checking about. That pawn is pinned right there. Yeah. South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota. Don't you know? Oh, let's just push the pawn until it stops, right? Push the pawn until it gets stopped. Tell me there's a way to be nasty here. I don't see it. Yet. Don't move until you see it. I can't see it. How many masterclass points is it worth? It's not worth any masterclass points, Josh. You should just do it because it's the best thing to do. Why should I do it if there's no masterclass points worth it? How many masterclass points is it worth? How many speech impediments can I have in one movie? Apparently Robert is ready to rock, and that makes all of us happy. That means that this will likely be our last game of the day. RJOD, you already have Diamond, brother. So we'll give him an extension. Give him a 1-month extension. I mean, we only give away the gold, so it's kind of wasted. Or either that or RJOD, why don't you gift that 2-month gold to somebody? That's a better way to do it. RJOD, find a friend of yours on Chess.com who does not have a premium membership and gift that. Pay it forward. It's a pay it forward. You got to pay it forward, all right? Pay it forward because we're all making magic happen on Chess.com. We're being generous. Let's make sure that... all right. Let's pay it forward, okay? RJOD is going to pay it forward to some lucky person who does not have a gold membership, and that's what we're going to do. All of you, I'm going to sign off right now. The moment I go off, RJOD, send a message to Kirkwood on Chess.com. Username Kirkwood. All right, he's in the chat right now, and he will tell you. Tell him what username you want to get the membership for. All right, I'm ending right now. All right, and all of you, stick around for Robert's Man vs. Machine show. I know I will. I want to see how badly he humiliates me if he takes down these special positions the first time or not. Or we'll see. Maybe Danny's not as bad as they all say. We'll find out. Peace out, everybody. Peace.